Let's meet Kamil, one of our top 20 finalists of Whitblock's Young Inventor TechFest 2020.
Namaskar, my name is Kamil Verma and I study in 8th grade in Don Bosco School, Nerul in Navi Mumbai. I am into aerodynamics and aero modeling. I also do 3D designing as a hobby and I also want to learn about flight dynamics.
The burden to produce healthy crops falls directly on our farmers. So, what is the solution? The answer lies in precision farming. The concept is to use less to grow more. Increase in food production requires precision farming. Precision farming requires data. Precision farming combines sensor data and imaging with real time data analytics to improve farm productivity through mapping the field. Various sensors provide the much needed wealth of raw data to analyze models for agriculture. In supporting precision farming, drones can do soil health analysis, monitor crop health, assist in applying fertilizers, estimate yield data, and provide valuable data for weather analysis. Data collected through drones combined with other data sources and analytic solutions provide actionable information. The concept of NDVI is to create an index on which plants can be judged according to their health, using which we can know about the health of the vegetation. The index is based on a scale of 0.1 to 0. Very low values of NDVI correspond to barren areas of rock, sand, and snow. Moderate values represent shrubs, and high values indicate tropical plants. So, how does NDVI work? The chlorophyll A and B in plants absorb red and blue rays from the visible light for photosynthesis. They reflect green light and hence they appear green. Plants also reflect IR light or infrared light. A healthy plant which is actively photosynthesizing reflects more green and much more IR light. The IR camera captures these IR rays reflected from the plant. The NDVI images differentiate between healthy green leaves and others by allotting red and orange hues according to the NDVI value. The inanimate objects are of shades of yellow, green, and blue. Now let us understand the principle of IR camera and IR photography. When we take a photograph from a camera, the light reflected from any object passes through three channels of the camera, which are blue, green, and red. The net effect of the mixture of these three colors to produce the original colors in a photograph. Every object also reflects IR radiation, but no IR light can pass through a camera, as all cameras have an IR filter that blocks the IR light. In no IR camera, the IR filter has been removed, and thus the IR light reflected by the objects can also pass through. But to capture this IR light, it must pass through a channel. Thus, we used a violet bluish photographic film as a filter to block the blue light channel in the camera and allow the IR light to pass through it. Objectives of the project. The aim of the project is to conduct crop analysis in a convenient and economically feasible way using NDVI. First, to construct a small UAV or drone. Second, to fit the drone with the following cameras: A. A normal camera, and B. An IR camera. Third, to carry out photography of plants and agricultural fields. Fourth, to process the images captured by the IR camera and convert them into NDVI by using a program. Fifth, to interpret and analyze the data generated and draw conclusions on the health of the crop, including infestation, presence of weeds, and condition of soil. These are all the listed components of the drone. Methodology: the cameras. A 12 megapixel action camera was attached to the drone to carry out normal photography. A 8 megapixel Raspberry Pi camera was connected to the Raspberry Pi board with a filter which was a piece of Kodak photographic film was put on the lens of the IR camera. The drone parameters came out to be flight time. The maximum time it can fly in the air is 10 minutes. Range. It can cover a horizontal range of 2 kilometers in an open field. Its vertical range is 500 meters to 1 kilometer. Unladen weight. The weight without any accessories is 1.033 kg. Laden weight. The weight with the cameras attached is 1.741 kg. Payload. Maximum weight the drone can carry is 1.75 kg. The normal photography carried out by the GoPro provides a closer view of the fields. The video footage can help the farmers scan a large area of their fields in much detail and in an instant. This slide shows the IR image and the processed NDVI image. In the IR image, the white streaks are a row of plants and the purple portion is the soil. This is because the plants reflect way more IR light than the soil. In the NDVI image, the plants are represented by red patches and streaks, whereas the soil is green. Thus, it is clear in the NDVI image that the green portion, which does the maximum photosynthesis, appears to be red, whereas other not so green leaves are of hues of orange and yellow. Inanimate objects like the soil are of shades of green and blue. These compare the normal IR and NDVI images of the same portion of the field. In this picture, the burnt patch is prominent in all. Conclusions. The drone developed showed stable parameters. The drone was able to carry out operation with the two cameras attached and survey the fields under study. The NDVI images, which were produced after processing the IR images through an open software called Infogram, which produced images that gave relevant information. The healthy plants were depicted by red color and the not so healthy ones in shades of orange and yellow. The inanimate objects like soil and water were of shades of green and blue. Hence, it was possible to differentiate and interpret and come out to conclusive results.
Infrared photography was tested with the plants at home before we took it to the fields. Various materials were tested to be used as filters. Ultimately, a vintage photographic film used by my grandmother in her PhDs gave the best results. So far, I have established the proper and efficient functioning of the unit. There are many areas of improvement, but I believe in one step at a time. So, for now, I want my drone to fly on a designated pathway, and I am working towards mapping of the fields by stitching the images together into a whole map.
So let's open the floor for Q&A. Over to you, judges. Thank you.
So you're using GoPro for taking generic pictures, but that's not the one being analyzed. So that's the Raspberry Pi camera, right?
Yes.
So how do you analyze it? Do you use any TensorFlow models for it?
Software called infragram.com. So it converts the IR image into the NDVI format. I can demonstrate it if you want right now. The conversion of the photo.
No, I think that won't be necessary. So basically you're collecting all the data from your drone and then you're putting into a software, you're analyzing the data, and then you're doing what with it?
Then we interpreted the healthy crops and the unhealthy crops. So the farmer can know, and it can result in reducing the loss.
Okay, got it. So the farmer can take necessary actions to, for example, protect his or her crops,
Yes.
or use a different sort of fertilizer, something like that.
Yes, or maybe the crops are not getting enough water on one part of the field. So if he knows about it, then he can act on it.
Okay, got it. Great project.
Okay, Kamil, yeah, very nice project, good application, and you're combining a lot of things, camera, the data analysis, and the electronics. Well done, very good project. But don't you think you have similar kind of product? How does your product, like,
Yes, so this technology has been
what is the unique selling point for your things?
This technology has been there for a very long time, but its use has been restricted only to satellites. And the satellites are very expensive, and they use very sophisticated multi-spectral cameras to analyze the health of the crop. And my attempt was to bring this technology to a local level. So any NGO or government organization can work on this and provide this facility to the farmers.
Yeah, one important thing I can highlight to you is that you can also participate in ESA AstroPi projects, where this kind of cameras are in the International Space Station, and you can submit your project to those kind of competitions and look for it. And they have a lot of data, and you can do a lot of analysis with the International Space Station. So you can extend your project to those kind of areas as well.
Yes, thank you, sir.
So, great thought. It's very relevant for the current context as well. But drones anybody can make. The real beauty of this is in the software and the analysis, the data which comes in, and the analysis part of it. So you would, as a next step, possibly need to do extensive testing and then mapping it to what is actually happening on ground to be able to really make it into a functional project possibly. Or have you already done that? Have you done that? Have you? How much of data have you?
We have tested it on multiple fields, but the time when I tested the IR camera was mostly on when the fields have already been harvested. So I think we need to test it a little more on proper fields.
Okay, good thought. Great project.
And also on the variety of the crops, not on one crop. We need to, yes.
Yeah, excellent project. You see, you've put an awful lot of work into it. Well done to you. I emphasize working with the farmers and seeing what you're going to be doing that's different to what's already there. Well done. Impressive.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
And
Thank
just
you,
a
Kamil.
suggestion,
Yeah.
I would advise you to trim down your presentation a little bit so that you can, whenever you're talking to your customers or presenting to any competitions, it would really help if you trim down your presentation and just focus on the main parts instead of talking about every single little feature that you have, or even how you constructed the drone and all that. You can remove all that part and just focus on what your innovation is and how it's relevant or useful. Yeah.
Many congratulations to Kamil for his invention. On behalf of the entire team of WITBlocks and TechFest, we wish him the very best of luck for the future.